First off, on your main dashboard, and this is set up per user, is we now have a contact stats option. By default, you will have just the new contacts and new leads in there, but basically you can specify it does some statistics on the database record, on your contact records based off of date fields. So if I come in here in the little gearbox on this, I can specify what date field I want to check. So entry date, if I know there's an entry date, I know it's a new contact. So I've got new contacts, entry date. So I want to see all the contacts that's been added in the last 10 days. Well, that creates that one. Maybe you just want it for 7 days. Actually, I think 7 is the default. So you can, put in whatever you want to in there. How many new leads did I get? Well, that goes into the new leads date typically, but you may have leads from different sources and you've changed or created your own lead dates. So you'd have to kind of deal with that. Maybe you have multiples on there, but maybe you want to know what leads did I get in the last X number of days? How many leads came from my website? Because I'm using the new website lead date field. Whatever date fields, those important dates that you've got, you can pick that date and then allow it to choose and give it a name, whatever you want to name it, and then the number of days that you want to check. So what that does then, and before I go too far here, you'll see that the birthday and an anniversary, if you're using the birthday date field or the anniversary date field, instead of looking in the past, it's looking into the future. What, in the next 30 days, what birthdays am I going to have? In the next 30 days, what anniversaries I'm going to have? Everything else besides these two dates are historical, where birthdays and anniversaries are future. I also put on here, what contacts did I modify? If they've got a modify date, it means I've modified them recently. So how many contacts did I modify yesterday or, in this past 1 day? So you set these up the way you want. You can change the order of them. If you want to drag and drop them, put them into whatever order you want. And then what it does then is it will display those in the contact stats. Now, it only auto updates once a day, and it will give you that that date of when it recently updated. If you know you've added some stuff and you want to get a refresh list, just hit the little refresh. Otherwise, it will just give you what it has last done since a certain date timestamp. We do that because if you've got thousands and thousands of names, checking those all the time could be, problematic. So this just gives you a way to give you some number crunching to see which ones you've done. How many contacts did I modify in the last, day? How many, whatever. So you can set up whatever ones you want. It does default to the new contacts and the new leads.